First, I want to say thank you all for being here, media. I want to thank my family, all my teammates in the back, Coach Holden, the coaching staff, and Coach Mott and their respective coaching staffs for putting me in this position. These last 4 years have been the best 4 years of my life, and it's been a great journey.
Well, before I turn it back over to Keita, thank you all for coming. This is an exciting day, and it's really a day of celebration for all that that Keita has accomplished and how he's gotten to this point. I know I can speak for us as a coaching staff. We're so appreciative of Keita's approach this year. When he could have been thinking about other things, he and his teammates welcomed us as a coaching staff, and he really lost himself in our team and in helping our team be successful. And I think it's a great compliment or credit to Keita and to Richard and Wilma and the impact they've had. And they have had a very grounded approach to all of this. His parents have been unbelievable from day one, and they have allowed Keita to focus on having a really special year, and it's what he had is a very special year. So this is really an exciting day for us, and it's an exciting day for Buckeye Nation. It's one to really celebrate, and before I say anything else I shouldn't say, I'll turn it back over to him.
I will be declaring for the NBA draft, and I plan on hiring an agent, but I have not chosen one at this time.
Okay, go with questions.
Keita, did you toy at all with the idea of not hiring an agent? I think it was pretty obvious you were going to declare because of the position here, but to basically cut the cord and not leave that door open, did you give that any thought?
I definitely did. As the season was winding down, the success that we had as a team and me individually, and how we kind of ended things was just on such a great note. And I think it was the right choice.
Yeah, how hard was this decision? When did you come to a final decision? Who did you talk to as you tried to figure it out?
I think I said this after we lost the last game. It was going to be the hardest decision I ever made, just because I love this place. I've been here for 4 years. The memories I've made here, and I had to weigh that versus my future, and weighing all my options, talking to my family, the coaches, former pro teammates currently. I think it was the best decision. It was the best decision for me.
When did you come to a final conclusion?
Only a couple of days ago. It was, it took a lot of time just myself after the last game, and then I started talking to people and really figure it out.
Keita, what was the parameters or the sweet spot or where am I going to go kind of thing? What was the determining factor as you kind of project into the NBA? First round, middle of the first round, second. What factors played into your decision? I guess
it's a wide range. So many mock drafts out there. I try to look at that stuff. I try to talk to people more so, and the range is first round, and that's kind of a seal the deal.
First round, and you were going to go.
Keita, how do you, as you sit here now, how do you think your game will translate to the NBA? What is it that you do well that you think is going to fit in that league?
I'm extremely versatile in that league, especially in today's game. So many people play so many different positions. You have to guard multiple positions, be able to shoot the ball, do so many different things, and I've shown, especially this past year, I can do a lot of those things.
Keita, did you have any conversations outside of coach and your parents with people to kind of gauge where you stood when it came to draft and projections?
Yeah, I talked to former AAU coaches and people of that sort that kind of have connections to the NBA, and I got a lot of good feedback.
What was the biggest advice you got from them when it came to that?
The biggest advice moving forward was just making sure you stay yourself. Don't try and do anything you're not accustomed to, or get outside of your game or anything like that. Just do what you do and you'll be fine.
Keita, last season Coach Mott said he wanted to do right by you, let you have surgery and not ask you to play through pain. Looking back on it now, how important was that decision to where you sit today?
That was probably the best decision I made. I could have played through it, but I don't think I would be here today if I had.
Keita, as you look back at your college career, what are you proud of? What are you going to miss?
I'm going to miss probably most of it's the locker room and the memories I've made here, just because We got ups and downs here. I've had a lot of teammates here, but the guys in the back, especially this past season, has been the best year of my basketball career. Dating back to high school AAU, just because no one thought we could do what we did. We all kind of came together, the coaching staff. We all became a family this year.
Keita, when you talk about that year, if you think back to, I don't know, last March or April for yourself, what the team accomplished, what you accomplished, and now that you're declaring for the draft, could you envision any of this playing out at this point 12 months ago, the way it did?
Last year at this point, no. Just because we had gone through so much. I was just coming off surgery. We had a lot of turmoil last year and going through a coaching change, and it kind of seemed like when was it going to end, was the madness going to end? But we came together from the first moment of those first days that Coach Holden and the coaching staff got on campus. We kind of knew we were going to have something special. We got the team together, and we knew it was going to be a good year.
Keita, at what point during the year did you realize that this could be a reality for you?
Later in the Big Ten season, I try not to, like Coach Holden said, we try to talk about it at all in the future at all, but as the season started winding down and the team success and individual play was at a high level, it kind of started becoming reality.
Was there a specific moment, or did it just kind of all accumulate there at the end?
All accumulated toward the end. It wasn't a single moment.
I wanted to ask your parents, Richard and Wilma, when did people, I guess, start coming at you two, telling you that your son had this potential and that he'd like to be a first-round pick, and what have the last few months been like for you all? As Coach said, you try to stay grounded, but I'm sure you have countless people coming at you from all sides trying to tell you different things.
I'd say maybe about 2 or 3, 4 months ago, that's when we started to receive a lot more feedback from different kinds of agents and others as well. That as you look at the different media, we didn't look a lot to the media, but we did at least try to observe what was the talk about Keita.
I know this decision probably was hard for you, but how do you that, well, maybe not that hard, but just what's going through your mind knowing that you would help kind of re-spark the greatness here at Ohio State and where you have left the program now, knowing where it's headed moving forward?
I think that's the best feeling and kind of one of the best parts about all this, because like I said, the last couple of years have been down for Ohio State basketball, and to do what we did and what I did individually this year and kind of leave on that note it's a bittersweet feeling, but it's probably the best way to go.
For Richard and Wilma again, just to sit here with your son, with the career he's had here, with the season he had, everything he's done in Columbus, just what are your thoughts at a time like this of what he accomplished in his 4 years here as a basketball player and off the court?
We're just so proud of him. I mean, we always knew what Keita was capable of. So to kind of pull it all together this year on the court and off the court, finishing up his degree in December and kind of doing what we had always talked about in terms of finishing his degree and having a successful career, and then seeing what the next level would hold for him. So, we're just beyond proud, and we always knew he could do it, and it's just been a really exciting year to watch and follow him and do everything that he set out to do.
And we've talked to you after a lot of emotional games and a lot of you sat at that table and talked to us about this and that. How does this feel different than all those times you've been through?
It's a good feeling that I came so far, but it's kind of the end of all those moments before that kind of made me who I am today. So it's a good feeling, but I'll always cherish all those memories sitting at this table.
Does it feel like relief? Does it feel, what are the emotions of having a decision like this behind you and being able to focus on that next step? How does that feel today?
It's a relief just because I've been thinking about it a lot the last 8, 9 days since we lost, so it's been weighing on me. Obviously, I've been spending a lot of time thinking about it, but to have a decision made or going toward a certain direction is kind of a relief.
Okay, I know you say you don't know who you might sign with yet, but do you know where you'll work out, who you work out with, like what the next couple of weeks will be like as you try to get some workouts in the summer?
I'll probably start figuring that out after this. I haven't really done that much up to this point. I've kind of focused on this moment right now, but now this moment is coming to a close. I'll start really thinking about it.
Keita, just wondering how much did the fact that you've already graduated, how much did that play into your decision?
That was a major factor because we are student athletes and we come here to earn a degree, and I did that, and I did it early, and that was actually a really good part of my decision.
And then everybody always misses, you know, their teammates and their coaches and all that stuff. But is there like something silly, like small about Ohio State that you'll miss, like maybe a place that you like to eat or something you like, someplace you like to go to? Is there anything like that that you'll miss about Ohio State?
It's just the campus in general, probably High Street, and just all the stuff that I've done all across campus. I drove down High Street to get here, and I was remembering all this stuff, all the memories I had freshman year. And half the restaurants my freshman year are closed now on High Street. So like, just looking back and looking at the stuff and just how much stuff has changed. I mean, there's a bunch of apartments being built on High Street that weren't there when I got here. It's, you know, I remember all that stuff.
Do you get frustrated by all that construction?
I do, actually. It took me super long to get here.
Marcus? I was going to ask about the degree. Okay.
Keita, just, you've talked about this before, but as you're leaving now, just what was it that you decided that Ohio State was the place for you when you were going through recruiting? As you think back now, why did you pick Ohio State, and how do you think it worked out?
The winning culture behind it from before I got here, and then actually the class that we had kind of talked about coming in with, I kind of already knew Jay Sean. He committed the day after me. You know, I liked his game and all. I liked the guys that were here. I knew Sam Thompson before, because he's from Illinois. It was a bunch of different things came together. Obviously, Coach Mata and his style of play, intrigued me. I wanted to play for that, and then it was a lot of different stuff. But it was mostly, honestly, the class coming in. I came in with me, JT, Dave, and D'Angelo.
And when you thought about in your head how it might go, I know you had the injuries and stuff along the way, but how do you think in the end your decision turned out?
It was the best decision I made to come here. I wouldn't change it for anything.
Keita, your class has just been through so much in the last 4 years of Ohio State can you kind of take us through what's gone through your head these last 4 years as you go to, you know, where this program was the last couple of seasons and then to where it is now? Can you take us through your thought process over your career?
Like you said, my class was pretty highly rated coming in. We were supposed to do big things here. One of us did freshman year. And then we had to cut down a couple of years, but then for me and JT to go out how we did, I think it was a successful 4 years here.
Go ahead.
Keita, you said how appreciative you were of Coach Mata encouraging you to take that red shirt last year. As you made this decision to bring everything, the fact that you've been through a significant injury, how much did that factor in as well as you thought about maybe coming back for a year?
Yeah, it definitely factored in because everyone always says that injuries can happen, but they rarely do. But it happened to me, so I would want that to happen again. I've already I graduated, I've done so many things, and I think the injury definitely played a part in it.
You mentioned D'Angelo a moment ago. Did you talk to him? Did you talk to what other alumni did you maybe reach out to for advice?
Yeah, I talked to him. I talk to him pretty regularly anyway, just because we're friends. But we started talking about more serious stuff like the next level and the adjustment he had to make. Obviously, he's different. He was 18, 19 coming in, but I talked to him. I talked to Evan. From time to time, I talked to Rav, different spots in their careers, just to get all the feedback I can.
And people have always said that your game translates to the NBA, and you have all of that you said before. And the knock has been consistency. You answered that to a great degree this season. But how much do you feel you still need to work on that? How do you feel that maybe being a stepping point or an issue, I guess, at the next level, bringing it consistently for an 82-game schedule?
You're going to have a lot to work on, obviously. It's going to be an adjustment moving from a 30-game season about an 82-game season. That's just off seasons for us, what training is for, to get my mind and body prepared for that.
You could have done this over the last 2 years. I know last year you were hurt, but you could have entered your name either way. Why did you not want to get that kind of evaluation over the last 2 years when you know it wouldn't have cost you your eligibility?
Because I knew I wasn't ready. I knew after sophomore year I definitely wasn't ready. I was very inconsistent my sophomore year, and then junior year I was ready to play. So I knew I wasn't ready those 2 years.
Hey, Keita, what's the story about Ohio State that you think your grandkids someday are going to get tired of you telling them?
I'll probably it'll be exaggerated at that point. I'll probably say I'm like 540, like something crazy on my time here. All 4 years, it's just some crazy story I made up.
Okay, anything else?
Keita, I don't know if you want to answer this or not, but was there a favorite team that you rooted for growing up in the NBA that it's like, oh my God, it would be a dream to play for this team? I don't know if you can answer that or not, but.
Anywhere I lived, I was a fan. So I was born in California, around the Sacramento area. So they, obviously stuck down there. I moved to Illinois, Chicago by default, and then I lived in Florida for a few years, so Miami. But any team would obviously be a blessing.